All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, you all. Welcome back with yours truly, the counselor, Mr. James Horton, your domestic violence counselor. Welcome back. We're going to be dealing with a topic today called a left turn for a second-class seat. A left turn for a second-class seat. And left turns, man, are very dangerous sometimes, and they're not always just dangerous. They got other parts and elements to them. They have parts that have us learning lessons from many left turns. So there's a positive within a negative many times when we make these left turns, right? But we're going to expound more on where I'm going with this and how I define left turns for a second-class seat. All right, it says, there are many turns and many obstacles one has to take to go through to have and get the things we desire to have in life. Some left turns seem to have lots of people today believing if they cross all moral and ethical boundaries, even those they were raised with, they can have a first-class seat, even if they are acting out second-class seated behavior. Ask yourself questions, you guys, right? It says, number one, have you ever turned left and traded a first-class seat relationship for a second-class seat relationship? Have you ever turned left and traded that first-class seat for a second-class seat relationship? I mean, been so confused, right? And saying that, ooh, this one will be better for me. This would be less work if I get this seat, and I can make this seat appreciate me where I can get her or him to be a first-class seat. Have you ever done that and found yourself being wrong with the choice you made? All right, number two. Does it mean everything in the world for you to always come in first or be in a first-class seat in life? Or are you okay coming in a second or third-class seat? Are you okay with just being okay with, oh, I didn't come in first this time. Oh, well, I didn't need to come in first. Maybe that wasn't cool anyway. Or I'm humble enough or appreciative enough under my God to be third. At least I scored. At least I made a placement or something of a sort. Have you ever just been okay with second or third, right? Or do you just go crazy because you didn't come in first? Did you do the Donald Trump, right? Because you didn't get picked this year, this next 4 years to be president. I mean, it makes you wonder. It makes you go, right? Or number three, what kind of low degrading left turns have you taken or been willing to take to have a first-class seat over a second-class or a third-class seat? What kind of low degrading turns have you been willing to do to come in first? Some of us are cheaters. Everything we do, we cheat to get in. We cheat to come in first. We cheat ourselves and cheat others, right? Bang, if we're playing a game of dominoes, someone turns their head, right? We switch dominoes. Oh, we got too many dominoes in our hands, so we try to shove some back in the pile, right? What kind of turns have you made, right? A low degrading turns. What kind of things have you done, right, in order to come in first? What kind of things have you done? Have you gone in the room and stole out of mama's purse, right, just to put a few dollars in your pocket, knowing that mama was behind on the rent, needed $200-300 just to make the rent, just to pay the bills? I mean, what kind of low things have you done? Have you cheated on a friendship? Have you cheated on a relationship? Have you cheated yourself and others by being dishonest? What kind of low degrading turns have you done to come in first place in life? All right, number four. Do you have a history of getting in domestic violence second-class seat relationships that you first thought were first-class seat relationships before you caught your case? Do you have a history of getting in domestic violence second-class seated relationships that you first thought were first-class seated relationships before you caught your case? This is one of the problems, right? We tend to not ask for resumes. We tend to just jump right in. We tend to go deep into the forest. How deep are you willing to go? We go so deep in the forest with our blinders on and don't even know who we with. And by the time we wake up to find out who we with, we find ourselves doing 52 weeks of domestic violence classes. We find ourselves trapped in something we can't get out. We found ourselves wrapped up in marriages and relationships, and it's like, I can't get out. Oh, my name is on the lease, and the lease is not up until another year or two. And I'm stuck here with who knows who that person is, right? Okay, number 5. Have you ever been in a good relationship and cheated on your future with your past with a second-class seat? Have you ever been in a good relationship and cheated on your future with your past with a second-class seat relationship, right? We tend to be stuck in our past. We tend to say, ooh, she got it good. Others say, ooh, he got it good. And ooh, he crazy and she crazy and all this crazy, right? But I got something new in my life. I got something really prosperous in my life. And somebody brand new that God sent me. But then our past calls. Hey, boo, what's up? What's up? Who is this? You know who this is, right? They say, and you say, well, I just got out. Just got out. You know, I've been in prison for I've been in Chowchilla, I've been in San Quentin, you know, and I just, what's up? I want to see you. And you find yourself in trouble cheating your future with your past, right? So wake up, all right? Number 6. Have you ever chosen to get in a left turn, second-class, stressful seat and thought and believe if you drank enough alcohol, used enough drugs, all of your second-class problems will go away? Have you ever chosen to get in a left turn, second-class, stressful seat relationship and thought and believe if you drank enough alcohol and used enough drugs, all your second-class problems will go away, right? We often believe that using substances will make our problems get better. We often believe that using drugs and other substances will make our issues and problems and people and all those things that's in our way, we believe we can make it go away. The high sometimes can be so great that it seems that everything is fine. Everything is cool, but the high becomes a cost and a risk. And the risk can take your life, right? It can take your life and you'll never get a chance to get a new life, you know, if you continue to depend on something outside of yourself to be yourself, all right? Number 7. Does anyone feel or believe that violence and abusive second-class seat relationships are more attractive and better for you than healthy, non-violent first-class seat relationships that don't send you to jail or have you doing 52 weeks of domestic violence classes? It's a sickness in most of us. We often, it's often hard to see the picture when we're still inside the frame. We pick partners just to fill a void. We pick partners to say, hey, she a little crazy, he a little crazy, but things are going to be all right because it must have been a reason why we met them. So we tend to make excuses on the fact that we're lonely, on the fact that we're feeling empty and we're feeling bottomed out. And so that bottom is a serious thing, and it's very controlling sometimes. And we allow people into our homes, into our world, that we should not allow into our world. We take a seat, right? Take a seat and avoid the work that must be done on self, right? There's a lot of work that must be done on self. I remember reading a passage in this particular book. And in this book, it asks a question like, would you marry you? And I went on to read. It says people are always looking for that perfect relationship, someone to be to them what they're not being to themselves. And it says if you're not being all you can be to yourself, if you're not doing all you can do for yourself, then why are you trying to pawn yourself off on someone else? It says one must take some time to do some homework, and after you pass the test of acceptance on doing the homework, that perfect somebody will walk right in. Shh. Right? That perfect somebody will walk right in. Number 8 says, when you look back at the second-class seat relationships you continue to be with in your life, do you ever get tired of watching your own rerun movie? When you look back at the second-class seat relationships you continue to be continue to be with in your life, do you ever get tired of watching your own rerun movie? We say rerun movie because it's the same movie every time. It's the same rehearsal every time. It's the same ending every time to the movie, right? It's just a different actor in the movie, a different partner along with who we are in the movie. So we must change what the movie's ending is and what the movie's beginning and middle happens to be. You have to write a new script, right? And writing a new script is changing you, not them, right? You, not them. All right. Number 9. Do you believe when you're in a second-class seated relationship that you don't respect, it can make it a lot easier to verbally and physically abuse your partner, right? Do you believe when you're in a second-class seated relationship that you don't respect, it can make it a lot easier for you to physically and verbally abuse your partner? Respect is the number one thing, right? Respect for self is number one, but respect for others is also number one. And we must learn what respect is. You know, ask questions. People seem to think when they do things or when we do things to others or say things that we think is funny even, that that's okay. That's showing respect. But oftentimes it's not showing respect, and you should ask, are you okay with what I said? So learn to start finding out that some things are better left unsaid. Okay, that's going to be it for yours truly, the counselor, Mr. James Horton. Thank you for attending my group.